The first message came at 11:47 p.m. It said only one line: "The man you trust is not who you think he is." I stared at my phone in the dark, my heart beating fast, not knowing that the person who sent that message was already sitting beside me every day, smiling. My name is Joy, and this is how my closest friend destroyed my relationship, married my ex, and still did not find peace. I met Precious at work. She was the first person who spoke to me when I joined the company. Friendly, soft-spoken, always willing to listen. We worked in the same department, so we spent most of our days together. Lunch breaks, overtime, office gist, everything. Precious knew my life in details. She knew about my family, she knew my plans, she knew about David. David was my boyfriend of 2 years. He was not rich, not loud, not flashy, but he was consistent. He called when he said he would. He showed up. He respected me. With David, I felt safe. One afternoon, while we were eating rice at the office cafeteria, Precious asked casually, "Joy, do you ever get scared that things are too smooth with David?" I laughed. Why should I be scared? She smiled. "I'm just asking. Sometimes when things look perfect, there's something underneath." I didn't know that was the first crap. What I did not know then was that Precious was tired. She had been in 2 serious relationships before me, and both had ended badly. One cheated, the other promised marriage and disappeared. She carried her disappointment quietly, smiling on the outside but bitter inside. Seeing my peace irritated her, not because I was better than her, but because I had what she wanted and could not keep. She never said it out loud. Instead, she watched me closely. Soon, her questions became frequent. "Are you sure David doesn't talk to other women? Does he post you online? Do his friends respect you?" Each question sounded like care, but each one planted doubt. Then the messages started. Unknown number, short sentences. "Ask him who he was with last Friday. Men like him always hide things." At first, I ignored them, but after the 3rd message, I couldn't. I started observing David more than listening to him. When he replied late, my chest tightened. When he seemed tired, my mind created stories. I told Precious everything. She would sigh and say, "I don't want to say too much, but just be careful." David noticed the change. "You don't look at me the same way again," he said one evening. "You are imagining things," I replied, though I wasn't sure. Arguments became normal. Trust became fragile. The worst part, David was innocent, but I didn't know how to believe him anymore. The final argument happened on a quiet night. "Just tell me the truth," I said, my voice shaking. "I have told you the truth," David replied, exhausted. "I can't keep proving myself for something I didn't do," he added. I looked at him and realized something terrible. I no longer trusted the man I loved. So, I let him go. That night, Precious held my hands and said, "You did the right thing." 6 months later, I saw the truth. Not from rumors, not from guessing, from a video. Precious posted it herself. Her lips on David's lips, his smile, her caption, "Love finds you when you least expect it." My body went cold. In that moment, everything made sense. The questions, the warnings, the messages. I checked my old phone, compared the anonymous number with a contact I had saved months earlier. It was Precious. I met her once after that. She smiled nervously. "Joy, I wanted to tell you." I stopped her, and I simply said, "What you took from me will never sit peacefully with you." And I walked away. Precious married David a year later. But love built on betrayal does not rest. She checked his phone daily. She questioned every delay. She feared every female name. David grew distant. The same way she destroyed my trust, fear destroyed hers. I didn't rush into love again. I healed slowly, focused on my career, changed departments, found new friends who didn't compete with me silently. I learned something important. Not everyone who smiles with you is happy for you. She took my relationship through envy. She married my ex through manipulation. But in the end, I kept my peace and she lost hers.